A bad day in Congress for President Clinton. His nomination for Surgeon General is in jeopardy. And so is the Clinton crime bill, which the democratically controlled Congress passed only last year. And on the American agenda tonight, the public school system in Kentucky, forced to rebuild from the bottom up. Lessons for the rest of us.
From ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening. We begin in Washington tonight on Capitol Hill today, where the Republicans reign. President Clinton is being given a very bad time on two issues where he is very significantly committed. As of this afternoon, the president's nominee to be the new Surgeon General is facing a very rough ride in the Senate. And on a much larger scale, Republicans in the House of Representatives are trying to dismantle the crime bill in which the president invested so much when the Democrats controlled Congress. So first, from Capitol Hill itself, here's ABC's John Cochran.
Republicans say the changes they want to make in the president's crime bill are popular with voters, and what could be more popular than making anyone convicted of a federal crime pay restitution to victims?
Today, criminals know that crime pays. Now it will pay the victims.
It was no contest.
And the nays are 0.
The House voted unanimously in favor of victims. But other changes that Republicans want are more controversial and are opposed by President Clinton, such as longer prison sentences for violent criminals, less money for crime prevention, more money for prison construction, and an end to time-consuming appeals by convicts on death row.
I was told by Attorney General Dan Lungren of California that act by itself would save a substantial amount of money and a great deal of legal time and would make it far more effective to have a death penalty.
When President Clinton signed the crime bill, he emphasized it would put another 100,000 cops on the beat. Now, Democrats are furious because Republicans want to let local officials decide whether to use the money for cops or other projects.
It's virtually certain under the Republican bill there won't be 100,000 new cops out on the street.
It's not just the Clinton crime bill that is in trouble, so is his nomination of Henry Foster to become Surgeon General. At issue, did Dr. Foster perform more abortions than the dozen revealed by the White House?
Well, if on Friday he says he's done no more than 12 abortions, and then if we find out he's done hundreds, I would say that he's lost credibility and shouldn't be confirmed.
Even Nancy Kassebaum, who is pro-choice, criticized the White House.
I think the White House has badly mishandled a nomination in which they should have been sensitive to the issues that have been raised.
I will let your comments be known to the senator. Thank you.
Senator Kassebaum's office received more than 1,000 calls today, about evenly split between those for and against Foster's nomination. The question both Republicans and Democrats are now asking is, how hard will the president fight, either for the Foster nomination or for his crime bill? It is not the kind of question you usually have to ask after a president has been in office for 2 years. John Cochran, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
And there is more to both these stories. This noisy debate about Dr. Foster began when anti-abortion activists circulated what they said was a transcript from a 1978 hearing that seemed to imply Dr. Foster may have performed a great many abortions. Here's ABC's George Strait.
At Meharry Medical College, where Dr. Foster worked, auditors today began going through 30 years of his medical records to determine how many abortions he actually performed. They expect to be finished tomorrow. Nevertheless, the president, after meeting with Dr. Foster, said he was satisfied that he had not performed hundreds of abortions as his critics contend.
I believe that they've been cleared up, and I certainly support them.
Dr. Foster has not spoken publicly, but administration sources say he told the president the transcript from 1978 is wrong. Even though it quotes him as saying he's done 700 amniocentesis procedures, a test used to determine birth defects, and therapeutic abortions, the administration says Dr. Foster and two of the people present at that hearing say he never said that. The White House said critics are trying to distort Dr. Foster's record.
His record is as he has described it publicly, and that the instances in which he has been involved in pregnancy terminations will be both consistent with the law and something that he will be able to explain to the satisfaction of members of